it's Lauren O'Hayan from Restore Your Core. And today I want to talk about how do you know when you're ready to get back to movement after childbirth? Or what do you need to know about getting back to movement after childbirth? So, the common medical milestone is 6 weeks. However, the issue with that is that it's like a medical milestone doesn't necessarily reflect what's happening in the core and pelvic floor. So many changes happen in our body when we are pregnant. And everything from the core wall changing to the pelvic floor needing to really stretch and expand. And I know that you can be incredibly excited and wanting to get back into movement and wanting to just, exercise your body. However, a few things just to think about as you do. So, as I just said, the core and pelvic floor have gone through a massive change. You might be feeling great in 6 weeks, but there might be signs that your body is telling you that it really needs you to ease in. And no matter what, I strongly recommend most people take the first 3 to 4 weeks to really just ease back in. You want your tissues, your inner core and pelvic floor tissues, to start adapting to load. They're in a very different place right now. They're like more stretched. They've been gone through this big stretch out phase, and they will come back together, generally speaking, but they need time to do that. And you cannot force it by pushing really hard immediately at 6 weeks and thinking that that's what's going to get your core and pelvic floor to start, you know, um, for lack of a better word, stitching back to its regular muscular integrity. There's just no way. Like, you cannot override the time factor. And so you might find yourself at the 6 week mark being able to, with your arms, lift something, right? You're like, well, I can easily lift a weight. I can easily squat. So what's the problem? The problem is that your arms and legs didn't just experience that massive change in muscle tissue, right? It wasn't your arms and legs, and your arms and legs, for all of the great that they can do, should not be the barometer for your core and pelvic floor, because they did not undergo the massive structural change that your core and pelvic floor did. So we just can't, just because you can squat and lift and push and press doesn't mean that, again, your core and pelvic floor can handle those loads in the same way. Most likely they can't. And I end up working with people who pushed too far, too fast, too soon. People who I'm not a fear monger, but feel very strongly that them pushing through, suddenly now they have a prolapse, or they are leaking urine all the time. These things you can do some safeguarding against them, again, by having a much more respectful, graded, titrated exposure back to movement. So you want to start with movements that are body weight, not necessarily heavy weight, and then add on, again, it doesn't matter if your hands and legs can handle it. Your core and pelvic floor are not in the same place. They did just really go through massive changes that you cannot override. So things like body weight exercises for the first 3 or 4 weeks, and slow core progressions. And you will feel your arms and legs, and they're like, yeah, but I can do this and I can do this. But yes, but your core and pelvic floor need time, and the tissues need time. And you just can't rush that process. So my strong recommendation is that you um, really ease back. If lifting weights is your thing, if running is your thing, whatever it is that's your thing, reformer machines, start with 3 or 4 weeks first of gentle body weight um, exercises that help your core start to work and respond and adapt in a really gentle and kind way so that you can start adding more and more and more. So for example, if I wanted to end up, um, with my hands on a stool and doing leg raises and even putting a weight on my leg to do all that, you would start by the hands on the stool and just pelvic tucks and tilts. That could be a week of that. The next step would be just, balancing here, just lifting and balancing really slow and gentle. The third week could be holding the leg up for longer and just continuing to feel that you're not doming or bulging or pushing your core out or straining through your pelvic floor or bearing down through your pelvic floor. And then finally, the next stage would be, let me explore putting a very, very light weight on that and continuing to see if I have this core integrity, as opposed to, again, just like overriding it and overworking the abdominal muscles and bracing and bearing down and all of that. So every single exercise that you think you want to be doing with your body, think about how you can scale it back to micro movements that get you there. Trust me, in 6 months from now, you won't be thinking, like in 6 months from now, it won't feel as arduous or like, oh, I've been waiting, I'm so impatient. You'll look back and think, actually, those 3 or 4 weeks when I started moving again really slow and gentle were so worth it. It was really just like in my body and connecting and feeling that core connection and really reestablishing that integrity and connection in through the core and pelvic floor. And it is so worth it. So I really strongly recommend that at the 6 week mark, you don't just get out there and start doing all the things that you miss and love and used to do. Even if you were doing them throughout your whole pregnancy, even if you were doing them the day you gave birth, you still now, because the day you gave birth, your body was adapted to your shape. But now you're in a completely different shape. And your muscles are totally different than they were even on the day that you gave birth. Let's say you were squatting and lifting, right? So you've just got to honor the change that your body is in and give it time and space. Okay, thank you so much for watching and paying attention. And if you are looking for that body weight workout series, my Restore Your Core 12-week program, which is lifetime access, is an amazing way to get back into movement and giving your core and pelvic floor the essential nutrients they need to be able to handle much, much more. Take care.